Good evening, parents. My name is Leslie Kovach. I'm sorry I could not be here in person this evening. Instead, you will be watching a screencast, but more on that in a moment. First, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have been teaching here at Stewart for 21 years, and I've been teaching for 25 years. My husband Frank and I have 2 children here at Stewart. Dan's in the 9th grade and Jill's in the 7th grade. So, on with the show. This year, I'm trying a new method of instruction that has students learning content at home and doing homework at school. We're probably not going to do every unit this way, but we will try a few. The basic benefit of this method is that the students watch me instruct them on a video, and if they don't understand something, then they can just replay it, or they can stop and start me, or they can listen to me talk slower or faster, depending upon what they're viewing it on. They can use their iPhones, they can use a computer, they can use an iPad, various different things. I'm planning to load all these on YouTube because that's the most ubiquitous method. But at any rate, for more information, you can see the Flipped Classroom, which is a video by Aaron Sams on YouTube. So, a little bit more about myself. I graduated from Miami University in Oxford, Ohio with a degree in chemistry. I did a little short stint in the Navy, and then I went and taught public school in Chesapeake, Virginia, and after 4 years of that, I went off and did some graduate work in polymer chemistry, which is this picture here. And after I did the polymer work, then I went and did some more graduate work in biochemistry and also pharmaceutical chemistry. So I was still trying to figure out which kind of chemistry I wanted to land in. And I eventually worked for Goodrich and worked in their polymer plant up in Cleveland, the Cleveland area, and I'm from Akron, Ohio. After I did all of that, I decided, I think I really enjoyed teaching, and that's what I really want to do. So I came to the Stewart School at that point. So now would like to hear a little bit more about chemistry. Chemistry at the Stewart School is a laboratory science. That means that we have 5 periods of class per week, and then we have a 6th period devoted to the laboratory science. And so we actually conduct labs once a week in regular chemistry and in honors chemistry, and in AP chemistry we have a 7th period also devoted to lab. And technology in chemistry includes Net Classroom, which will give the students a weekly syllabus that looks something like this. And this is the syllabus for honors chemistry. It gives them what we do in class and also their homework for the evening. This is a PDF file on Net Classroom. And it also shows them the lab for the week and what portions of the lab report will be due the following Monday. All lab reports are due on Mondays, so if your student is looking for something to do on a Sunday, you might suggest that they work on their lab report. That would be a big help to me. Also under technology, of course, are grades, which could be checked on Net Classroom. CALM is computer-assisted learning method, and this is a method that I use in my honors and AP classes in terms of assigning homework, and they work problems, and then they enter the answer on the computer, and it will tell them immediately if it is correct or it is not correct. If it's not correct, the student has multiple opportunities to correct it and make it correct. And so I really like the immediate feedback aspect of CALM, and that kids will know if they've done it correctly or not. ChemThink is a very similar program. It does have or includes a tutorial before they do a question set, but it gives them the same right or wrong each time they answer a question. This last picture is of our probeware system. It's called Vernier, and this is the thing that looks like a calculator actually connects the probeware to the computer, and then all of the information that they collect can be graphed or analyzed in some fairly sophisticated manner. So we use this system in all levels of chemistry. Textbooks for this course, or these courses: this is the chemistry book, this is the honors chemistry book, and this is the AP chemistry book. Notice here that the honors chemistry book is actually available as an iBook. Not that I work for Apple, but it is a nice option. It does have some interactive pieces to it and some questions and little video clips. So if you're interested in a Christmas present for your students, it's $14.99, although they would need to have some way of reading the iBook. And of course, the AP Chemistry book is a college-level textbook, and it is used in a number of universities in the state of Virginia even. So it's a great introduction to students to a college-level course. And of course, what you really want to hear about would be grading. In all three of my courses, I do content mastery, products, and personal responsibility. The content mastery would include tests and quizzes, and usually we have one of each per unit. It just depends. Sometimes in AP Chemistry we have fewer assessments because we're trying to get through more material, and I'm trying to get them used to that college style, which we all probably remember, of a midterm and final, which is really limited. We do more than that here, but anyway, it's getting them used to that college method. Honors and regular classes have 50% tests and quizzes. And then products would include lab reports and homework and projects, anything that the students actually produce for me. So you can see AP Chemistry is 30% and honors and regular are 40%. And then the personal responsibility grade is 10% in both. And personal responsibility, each student begins with 100 points. Points are then deducted for late work, or for being unprepared for class, or for other actions that demonstrate a lack of personal responsibility. And so if you need help, or if your student needs help, there are several different options. One is that they can see me during tutorial, which is 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Tuesday through Friday. Sometimes on Mondays, but we typically have faculty meetings then. They can always reach me via email. I'm pretty good at checking my email. And you are welcome to email me as well. If you do not hear from me within 24 hours, please send me another email, and something may have happened to the first one that I didn't receive it. So if you still don't hear from me, then please give me a call, or leave a message with Miss Healy and she'll get it to me. The third thing that can be helpful is something called a wiki. And let me take you on a tour of the wiki for this class. This is my wiki page, and you'll see here that there are links to these three other pages, which are AP Chemistry, Honors Chemistry, and Regular Chemistry. On the AP Chemistry page, there are obviously links here that will assist students in the work for AP Chemistry. I'll be updating this page throughout the year, but there are some things here that are helpful to students that we don't necessarily cover a whole lot of in class, and some things that are covered in class. And then on the chemistry page, these are links to other websites that will have information that the kids can use for assistance in completing their work in this class. And finally, the Honors Chemistry page it's a little different design. I worked on this last year and wrote descriptions of what each of these pages do, and also the websites down here that we will be using. There's one in particular here I'd like to highlight. The chapter resource link will help students and provides them with some practice tests and quizzes that correspond to this textbook. It's not this particular edition, but it will still relate to the material. So that's a great resource if they're really stuck for trying to study. All right, so let me close this page. So the wiki is a great resource. And finally, we have one more page, I believe, which is thank you for coming. I really appreciate that you have come this evening, and I also, as always, appreciate the fact that you send your child to us to educate them. And I hope that you enjoy my little chemistry cartoon. And once again, please do not hesitate to contact me if you do have any questions or concerns. The best way is via email. Thanks again for coming.